Hi everybody, welcome to Fierce and Pretty. Honey here, and I just wanted to make a really quick video here. Now after, has it been like the first week of my pre-readings project, and it has been so cool. Thank you to all you great people, you know who you are, who requested the reading. Thank you for joining, first of all, letting me give the reading to you, but also thank you for the feedback. I have gotten, it's not just about the fact that the feedback, it has been great, which surprised me, but it has been also really helpful, really detailed. You have actually given me tips what could improve things and what you liked and everything, so it's been really great. And the thing that I've also enjoyed is that you have made me to work with different decks that I normally do work with. I have been doing reading with the Sassy Burrito, the Fountain Tarot, which I love this deck. It's one of my favorite decks, and I wondered why so many people seem to also dislike this deck. I'll show these images if somebody hasn't seen them, but I adore this deck. It just speaks to me in a really special way. I also got to work with one of my newest decks, Darkness of the Light Tarot, and with this deck I especially love all the bearded dudes, all the bearded men in this deck, and all the scenery. I like how these scenes, like for this, they seem so real to me. This could be a lakeside in Finland somewhere, and all these cool bearded dudes. I've got to work with this deck. One of my oldest decks that I've had, I've worked with Tarot Illuminati. That's always nice. And a special thing for me has now also been during this project. And if you have watched my channel earlier, you must have known already that I've been diving deeper into the Thoth Tarot, and I love doing readings with the Thoth. It's just, but what has surprised me is when I'm reading with the Thoth, and I'm actually using spreads that have like 6 to more than 10 cards. I don't know, because I've been using a bit bigger spreads just because they've felt proper for these situations, and also maybe to maximize the cards I get to read. And yeah, the thing that I was saying about the Thoth deck is that it surprises me how different it actually is to read, and how different my readings become with it, and how it speaks to me more like the cards as a group. If I have a bigger spread, so the whole line, for example, 3 cards, they just seem to combine their message in a different way that if I'm reading with the more closer to standard Rider-Waite-Smith imagery. So I've learned that there is a difference between me reading the Thoth deck and me reading RWS system decks. But then it has been great. I can only hope for more readings. If you haven't joined already, I would love for you to join. at least what I can say, the feedback has been good, nice. So if anybody has seen the first video and been like, should I maybe, please do. I wish to do more readings, so all I can get the rest of the May, I'm really happy. And one special extra huge thanks I have to shout out to Saturnarium for also letting me not only read for you, but also bringing in 2 other victims for me. So that was great. Thank you. Thanks for sharing the message and giving even more than I was hoping for. So great. Super cool. But what else have I been doing than these free readings? Of course, my daily life, working a bit more now since all this COVID shit is easing out a bit in Finland. So I've been working, but also on top of my Thoth studies, I have started a new detour. Yep. They are Marseille pips. So last night I created this little notebook for my Marseille studies. So I'm gonna be filling this in the near future also. I have my first Marseille deck in the mail coming in. So I'll be digging into that, and I am still continuing my Thoth studies, but I was now reading the Book of Thoth, and I need to take my time with that book. I need to let it sink in a bit, and that's why I'm keeping a short break in videos with the Thoth topics and continuing with that more. But what I hope to gain with my Marseille studies, look at the title of this book, Crazy Plans, I know. But what I hope to focus on more and learning and gaining in total in my tarot practice now, when starting to get to know Marseille, is to look at more on the numerology side and gain something more there. And then I will do this little booklet is part of a bigger binder that has actually 4 of these same size notebooks. So I'm gonna do a second one for Thoth. So in the notebook for Thoth, I'm gonna put more astrology things into it. And while talking about astrology, I have ordered a new book. So at least while I've been listening to the Fortune's Wheelhouse podcast, where they talk about Thoth a lot, they keep on coming back to Picatrix, so I'm gonna read this at some point. I have now a few books on Marseille. I have the Jodorowsky book, which was recommended in, I was live at Anna at Astral Lady Tarot's one night, and people were talking about Marseille books, so I bought the Jodorowsky to my Kindle, and then Jan Ben Dobbs, one of his books. So I have 2 books now for the Marseille studies. But then I also ordered, I'm not even quite sure why. Look at the size of this. This is huge. If we ever get burglars, this might stop them. But this is Israel Regardie's book about the Golden Dawn. So this is part of my detour while I was studying this Kabbalistic tarot, and when I got also the Golden Dawn deck and everything. But I I don't expect to read this anytime soon from cover to cover. And I don't know, some part of me just wanted to have this massive book. And this is not something you can buy for Kindle. It just wouldn't work there. But it has a lot of stuff. Yeah. So light evening readings while lying on your back in the bed. So there was a short update about how I'm feeling about these free readings that I'm doing now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please keep them coming if you wish to. It's been a pleasure, and I'm excited to see what still keeps on coming. But I do have my studies to continue, both Thoth and now tipping my toes in Marseille. Let's see how it goes. And so I'll make sure to show you my Marseille deck when it arrives. And I have so many decks in the mail now. It's this whole situation when mail is not moving anywhere. I still am waiting for my Tabula Mundi and my book M, which I'm really eager to have as part of also my Thoth studies. So I'm waiting on those. Then I have 3 Robert M. Places decks still coming. I have the first edition on the Alchemical Tarot coming, then the 5th renewed edition from that also, and then I have the Sevenfold Mystery coming. But whenever my decks do arrive, I don't know, maybe I'll do some unboxings for a change. I don't know if anybody's enjoying my deep thoughts on books about Thoth. I don't know. And if you have any wishes for the video content, because I'm never actually putting so much thought into what I'm gonna make. If I get an inspiration of some sort, what I feel like saying, then I just end up putting that on here. But if you have any requests, I'm open. And once again, if anybody still wants the reading, we still have this month left to join. I'm super happy for everybody who's willing to join and helping. So thank you. So thanks for watching, and hope you have a great weekend. We are having spring here now. It's starting. The trees are finally getting teeny tiny green leaves. So we're gonna do some barbecue tonight because it's Friday.